Alright guys, here we go. Game number 2 between Grubby and DarKFoRcE. This time we are on Xel'Naga Caverns. We can see here in the bottom left the green Protoss player as Grubby, and the upper right, of course, DarKFoRcE as the blue Zerg. Alright, and I figured we're going to start this game off with another drink recipe. Again, if you don't know, I bartended for about 5 years, so that's why I have authority to give drink recipes. This one is known as the dark side. And what's the dark side and why am I doing it? Well, we have DarKFoRcE here, so I figured, hey, I'll let them know how to make the dark side. The dark side is going to be half an ounce of coconut liqueur and half an ounce of Bacardi white rum and then some chocolate syrup. What's going to happen is you're going to mix and stir the coconut liqueur and the Bacardi white rum together in a shot glass. Then you're going to put in the chocolate syrup just enough so that it dissolves, and it's going to make it kind of a little creamy, but it should go down pretty smooth. And this thing has got a hell of a kick to it, so yeah, why don't you guys give that a shot? I get it, it's a shot. And yes, here we go, game number 2 again between Grubby and DarKFoRcE here on Xel'Naga. Yes, yes indeed. Moving out right now with the Probe Scout. Grubby, of course, knows where his opponent is. Durr, that's pretty obvious for us. And we'll be moving right into DarKFoRcE's base. He's going to be checking the timing of that pool and the extractor, and he wants to see, hey, is there a fast expand coming, or is he going to be opening on one base? And it looks like DarKFoRcE is going to be going with some one-base play. Extractor first, spawning pool second, metabolic boost right away. There you have it. Pretty simple stuff. You guys should know that by now. I pretty much say it enough. But yeah, I figure reiterating these kind of things is important because it gives you guys a solid foundation to play your own personal games with if you really understand what the basic builds are and stuff such as that. Let's take a look over here. Probe Scout's going to be moving across. Overlord spotting over here. Wants to make sure that he can catch the probe if it is trying to drop a pylon, trying to cannon harass, anything fanciful like that. Back inside of Grubby's base, gateway is up. Another pylon coming in. There's the assimilator. Once that gateway finishes, going to be seeing that Cybernex core chilling out right over here. Going to be interested to see if DarKFoRcE tries to, again, go for some sort of Cybernex core block off. That can just be so damn effective. Let's see if he does it. Yes. Dancing around. Is he? Oh, no. He's pulling back. Come on. Dance around some more. Dance around some more, please. There we go. Going to be trying to delay this and deny it. Very effective. Ooh, manages to drop it down, though. DarKFoRcE, the harassment has subsided right now. He's going to just return to regular old scouting and fearing a possible extractor steal and also just wanting that early gas. We are seeing that additional assimilator being dropped right there. Of course, trying to prevent that gas steal. Definitely going to be quite effective in that. There's that Cybernex core just about finished right now. Let's take a look back over here for DarKFoRcE. We can see, of course, that metabolic boost. There it is, guys, off the gas. And yes, those 4 Zerglings going to be moving down to chase away that probe. Probe skirting right through those guys and going to be heading on back home. He should actually be okay to head back home. He realizes that, yeah, this harassment isn't going to be effective any longer, and DarKFoRcE is pretty much going to easily be able to drop that Expo now that that Zergling's in play. And that's an effective, nice, safe, basically opener as a Zerg player. You get the metabolic boost fast, and you get those Zerglings out on the board nice and quick before your Expo. That lets you deal with any sort of early game harassment that you could have to deal with. Any of those pylons being dropped in the place of where your hatchery would go. Also, any sort of cannon harassment that you could be seeing. All those things are going to be taken care of if you go for that extractor pool first to get out those quick speed links. It also gives you some nice map control there as well. Looks like there was a bit of lag there. DarKFoRcE complaining about it, so we lost AAA DJO. He had to leave the game because he was a lag Zors. And what's going on? Stargate coming out. 2-gate Stargate opening here from Grubby. Very cool play. Going to be really interested to see what he comes out with. Both Phoenixes and Void Rays going to be quite effective in this matchup. There is a second Queen. Probably going to see that, put that Creep Tumor. There it is. And heading on down, he of course wants to connect those 2 bases, making it a lot easier for him to defend. You're going to see players either do it with that first Queen or that second Queen. We did see DarKFoRcE opted for that Inject Larva first, given the fact that this Expo was a bit later. Really no reason to connect those bases before that hatchery is anywhere even close to being finished. Also, he does have pretty good map control right now, or at least he's got clear vision as to what's going on with both Xel'Nagas and a Zerglin chilling out outside of the front of Grubby's base. But again, let's keep in mind here, Void Rays coming into play, being chrono boosted out right now. Taking a look over here, he almost has 100 Vespian. If he needs to get that layer right away to actually properly deal with this, he can get Spore Callers, but they're not the best in all honesty. And a Void Ray push could be pretty daunting. Now, we do have that Evo Chamber in place, so even lacking the layer, if he can come up with some Spore Callers, it's going to help. But is it going to be enough? That's the question. He's got that 100 Vespian. He's breaking it right now. So going to be interested to see, again, if he comes out with that layer or if he's going to be choosing to go for some Roaches. Those are basically those 2 choices that he does have. Expo coming on through right now for Grubby. Going to be using the Void Ray to actually take out this Overlord. So right now, Bam, DarKFoRcE is aware that that's coming. You can see that layer coming instantly. He wants to probably try to get up to those Hydras. That's going to be the most likely response. Quite effective there as well. And again, wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a couple of Spore Crawlers just to try to help a little bit. The other thing too is just going Queen Heavy is going to help a lot, but losing that Overlord put him in a supply block actually. Is going to be delaying this Queen here. So now finally that Overlord's in, he's going to be able to do something about it. Zergling's going to be pushing out though. No Avoiders are in play. He wants to be able to do a bit of damage. He knows he can, given the fact that there's heavy resources invested in this Void Ray. Do we have any more coming? No, looks like it is just the one actually. So just going to be going with one Void Ray, no more in production. Going to be going Gateway Heavy now. That's interesting. I'm almost expecting a strong push from him in all honesty. I think given the fact that he's going these 2 additional Gateways and no more Void Rays coming, he was trying to psych out with Void Ray Harass and then is going to be going for a strong Gateway push. I would not be surprised if that happened. I mean, hell, I almost think that this Nexus could get canceled. There it is! It gets canceled, man, oh man. And DarKFoRcE is aware of that now with those scouting Zerglings. He sees that cancellation, so he is going to be needing to prepare for that. Queens taking care of the Void Ray. One more shot, come on, bam, see you later. Void Ray gets dropped. Now this push is expected right now. He knows it's coming. Going to be blocking off with that pylon. Moving out with those sentries. He has got to push out. We've got a lot of roaches coming. We also have that range upgrade coming on through. That's going to be finished probably before that push gets too close right now. And going to be trying to actually distract and buy himself some time with these Zerglings right now, trying to chase these forces around, actually getting those back home. Here are those proxy pylons. This is a big, strong push from Grubby. But is DarKFoRcE going to be prepared? That is the question. He's got to basically dump everything he's got into defending this. He knows this is a huge, strong one-base push right now. Looks like, yes, there are 5 gateways coming on through, and here we go, moving on forward with those Zerglings, trying to get around. Nice force fields, pulling back and keeping his guys away from those roaches, but they were actually way too close and taking a bit of damage from the roaches on the other side there. We need some additional warp-ins. We need a lot of warp-ins right now from Grubby, because if he does not take out DarKFoRcE right now, he surely loses the game. Going to be stopping reinforcements from the main with those force fields and trying to take out this Expo. That's his whole plan right there. So nice transfuse going down on that roach, increasing its life there, and this is not looking that good for Grubby right now. Pushing him back, keeping those force fields from stopping, from being pushed anymore onto that ramp. But no, these forces actually pushing back the army of DarKFoRcE. Reinforcements do come through. Is it going to be enough though? Seeing some more reinforcements coming on, and a couple of Zealots going to be warped in right now. Very, very tenuous situation right now between these two players. Zealot's going to be forcing those roaches to push back. They do not want to sit around for that attack of those Zealots. Another force field going on the ramp, stopping reinforcements, but most of the roaches are being built down here, so he should be okay. Ton of units coming into play, and Grubby looks like he is getting pushed back. DarKFoRcE scouting properly, knowing that this is coming, was able to pump out enough defenses to deal with this, and it looks like Grubby just lost himself a game. Going for that all-in wasn't effective again because of that great scouting from DarKFoRcE. Unfortunately though for Grubby, by the time he canceled that Expo, it was too late, and there we go, he just calls the GG. DarKFoRcE opened up this game with that quick metabolic boost, allowing him to get Zerglings in play to get that expansion down without dealing with any sort of harassment from his Protoss opponent. Now Grubby, on the other hand, actually opened up with a 2-gate Stargate for a fast Void Ray, and he purposely let DarKFoRcE see the Void Ray. And we're going to be taking a look at the reason behind, but basically he wanted DarKFoRcE to prepare for the Void Ray that he was showing him. In seeing the Void Ray, DarKFoRcE came out with some additional Queens, which helps against it quite a lot, and also instantly dropped his layer, which is going to allow him to get up, of course, some Hydras if that Void Ray push did come. Although he expected the Void Rays, he wanted to be 100% sure, and so what we're going to see DarKFoRcE do is keep constant eyes on this expansion, because look at that, Grubby was faking that expansion, but DarKFoRcE moving in right in the nick of time, spotting that expansion being canceled, and at that point he realized that this was not going to be a 3-gate Expo build or any sort of Void Ray harass, but it was going to be an all-in. Thanks to his great scouting and seeing that canceled Expo, DarKFoRcE was able to properly deal with that all-in, basically coming out with a ton of roaches. It also helps that his level 1 upgrade finished pretty much just in the nick of time. You can see that level 1 up, well, you can't see it, but that level 1 upgrade did just come in, and again, it's pretty much all due to that great scouting. He was able to fend off this all-in push from one base. It was a 5-gate all-in, and that's exactly what won him the game, and that is what forced the GG. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was a quick game number 2 between Grubby and DarKFoRcE. We're going to be moving on to game number 3 in just 1 minute, so stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, if you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep watching and keep owning.